My name's Deric. This is my wife Jenya. We bought a fixer-upper. We're remodeling this house one day at a time, all while living in it. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to get all the latest videos to track our progress. You'll find lots of how-to videos with step-by-step instructions to help you with your next do-it-yourself project. Welcome to the Rundown Reborn channel. I've got quite a few things to do today. Nothing special, just a lot of prep. The next step is drywall, and in this room there's a lot of little miscellaneous things I need to pull together. One of them being this window behind me here. I need to go ahead and get the perimeter stuff with insulation, get that airtight. And then over here, behind me here, I've got a doorway still that needs filled in. Other than that, I've got up on the ceiling here, I need to prep for some drywall. There's lots of little staples and debris still hanging on to the furring strips there. There was an acoustical tile ceiling stapled up, and I've torn that down a while back. And I need to get these staples and get those furring strips clean and ready. I'm going to start with this doorway today. It's not airtight. I still want to maintain this opening to bring that drywall and that plywood in. I'm going to size and cut that OSB board to fit so that I can get it tight up against the side of the house. And I'll just secure it with a handful of screws so that I can remove it later. This effort shouldn't be too hard. I basically just got to run a treated sill across the bottom of this door opening and then bring one stud up each side, and I'll leave the center stud out for the time being. Fill that in at a later date. I've got this panel up. It's nice and tight against the sides. I'm going to put some furring on it later to raise that out and put another sheet over to get it overlapped, double thickness, to keep it out to the surface of the siding edge. That way when I lay the siding, it'll be nice and straight. I'm going to wait to flash this. The top is okay. It's fastened off. We're all set, ready to go back in, do some other chores. Go visit episode 6, and I go into much detail about how to flash out an opening just like this one. The next job I need to do today is take these staples out and get these furring strips nice and smooth. It looks like there was some water damage at one time, and this plaster is released. Whoever was here before furred over an overlay ceiling on top. I'm not aware of any water coming in right now. I've checked it on several rainy days. It seems to be maintaining dry. I suspect there was a leak at some time. We put a new roof on it sometime in the past. For today, I'm going to pull all these staples out. A ton of them. It's not very glamorous. It's not very fun. I won't bore you with the details on this. I'll be back with you when I finish. Got this all cleaned up. All those staples and little pieces of leftover tile are pulled down. They're all clean, in good shape, and ready for a new ceiling. While I was working on that, I was moving stuff around, reorganizing quite a bit, sweeping up the floor, and I've got a nice clean space to work in. So at this point, I think I'm going to go ahead and get started on the front windows. I need to pack the perimeters with insulation. I want to put some insulation in this gap here between the window and the stud. Those gaps are a great place for air to leak into the house, so you want to seal those up. There's a couple ways you can do it. You can use a low expansion foam and spray that in there, but there's a good chance you're going to make a mess and it costs money. And I have a whole bunch of this leftover insulation from when I insulated the walls. So I'm just going to do it this way. It's free. It takes a little extra time. There's no mess. And it's pretty simple. So I just take little pieces of it. And I've got this tool here, a scraper tool. Works great for just packing that back in there, but a little bit at a time. Just pack that in, shove it back so it's good and tight. Work your way around the window. You notice here I'm running in this curtain, so to speak. It's just a bed sheet. Little tip here, go to your local thrift shop, and I went there, I bought all the bed sheets that they had. I think they were maybe 50 cents each. So for $5, I got all the drop cloths, curtains, room dividers that I could ever need. If you're on a budget like me, it's the way to go. It's a lot cheaper than plastic. They're just a lot easier to deal with. That's all there is to this. I won't bore you with the details of it. I'll be back when I'm all finished. Finishing up the last bit here. Just packing that in with my tool. Fill that void between the window and the wall. And that's it. Now the window is ready for trim. I'm all finished for today. Today is one of those days where you've just got a lot of little things you need to get pulled together and get ready for the next big push. Really happy with the way this room is coming together. Insulation's up, plaster's down, ceiling's clean, floors are clean, electrical's in, windows in, thermal barriers in place. It's ready to take it to the next step. That being, let's start implementing the design. In my next video, I plan to show you some of the things I'm wanting to do with this room. There's some ideas I've had that are low cost but high impact as far as design quality, and really trying to get the room to feel comfortable, classic, contemporary, and all the things I need to make this house marketable. I'm looking forward to that. I think we'll have a good time looking at how the design is going to implement into the room and what the next steps are. And now it's one of those nights. It's a haircut night. It's haircut night.
No! No. Stop it! Stop it!
I'll go.
Stop it! Stop it!
Alright, calm down. Settle down. Sorry. Well, I got this in my hand, that's the problem. Alright, sit still. Sit still. I can't cut it if there's gel in it. I don't know why there's gel in it. I'll be gentle. Turn around. Move your arm. Frank. There we go. There we go. I'll be gentle.
No!
Stop. pulling. You're pulling. Stop. Okay, okay. Let me comb the back. Alright, let's just cut it then. Calm down. Calm down. Here, I'll start in the back. I'll start in the back. Calm down. Calm down. Look at me. Look at the window. Look at the window. Still. Ouch! You love it?
No.
You don't love it? I think we're done. Alright, you're all done, Frankie.
Thank you.
Give Mom. Mom's turn. Do you want a 3 or a 4? Give Mom. Bring her in here. Jen?